All right, checking in.
Checking in? What the hell is all that?
I figured what better time to do this than all tired. My face is all jacked up. Don't worry about that, though. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Rough night, huh? Everybody's kung fu fighting.
Yeah, checking in after a year of making YouTube videos. Not total, like a year of making them in earnest, in a concentrated effort. Posting them, like, I guess twice a month or whatever. And I just wanted to check in and see, like, hold myself accountable. What am I doing? What's my goal? All that. This is also my new setup, the new setup. I just realized that dragging all my stuff upstairs to my office, which I would rather film in there, but I can't leave all this crap set up. But yeah, the new setup, I can just turn this on and pretty much go. This is all extra, you know what, I'll show it, hold on. Teleprompter, like most of the stuff doesn't come on set with me on most shoots. So monitor, teleprompter, FX3's back there. It's nice because I can just swap everything out. Old tripod, old light stand. This softbox rarely comes with me on sets. I even just like mark down what, you know, where the stool goes. Little kicker there, but hung these Pavo tubes, like made little nails, so I just know where they go every time. And what's nice is this is obviously already soundproofed from the drums. You know, I mean, that's pretty much it. So it's nice because now there's less of a barrier between me and creating a video. I literally just hung those tubes up, turn the lights on, and press record, which is great. So this is the new setup.
I don't look comfortable on camera.
So the reason I'm also checking in, I recorded a video earlier this year that I actually never edited and posted, but it was everything I learned from my biggest shoot to date. Maybe I'll still edit it. I actually did find it rather interesting or valuable, even for me, just to go over like what I learned from the shoot. So long story long, it was a cookbook. It was 44 recipe videos for a chef's cookbook. So I train with a lot of chefs, train jiu-jitsu with a lot of chefs. There's this weird symbiosis between chefs and jiu-jitsu. I can't explain it. And we have a lot of really good chefs at our gym. So it was my buddy's 5th or 6th, maybe 7th. I think it was his 6th cookbook. And you scan a QR code, it takes you to the recipe video. The point of all that is when I finished that, you know, learned a ton. A lot I got wrong, a lot I did right. I would obviously go back and change a ton of it. So then one of my other chef buddies, who has also written a cookbook, he saw these recipe videos and he was like, oh, they're great. And I said to him, I was like, hey, you gonna do a cookbook soon? I'd love to do, you know, your recipe videos. And he said something interesting, and I always try to pull lessons from other disciplines, from other fields, but he said, you know, I don't really think I have anything to say right now. And I was like, what are you talking about? You don't have anything to say. You're an unbelievable chef. Like, what's that mean? But then I kind of got it, and I related that to my own YouTube journey, my own creative trajectory as a traveling photographer, filmmaker, whatever else, which is that notion of, do I have anything to say? I mean, clearly I do, because I'm sitting down and talking to my camera in my basement, but like, what is it I have to say? What is it I want to say? Because I don't really think I'm that educational or that entertaining. Maybe this is just a video diary, so my great grandkids can look back one day and say, ah, you know, he was passionate about what he did.
What are you, deaf, old man? He just said it was over. You lost. Oh, yeah?
Whatever, I don't know. But it did get me thinking, what is it I have to say? What's my, to use a cheesy cliche, like what's my creative voice? So yeah, it did get me thinking. I feel like I do a lot of the right things for the wrong reasons, or hopefully not the opposite, the wrong things for the right reasons. But even this, I knew from the beginning in this YouTube journey, I knew I didn't want to, you know, I wasn't looking to just build the subscribers and get the views to be able to do ad reads and throw mid-roll ads and make money.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
Don't get me wrong, I'd be lying if I didn't admit that part of this was documenting my production company, documenting my journey, my progress as a means to also maybe, I mean, I have to be honest, like maybe yes, be able to earn a supplementary income. So I did certainly look at this as some sort of financial opportunity, if you will. I know opportunity is not the right word.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out.
And I don't think that's necessarily the right reasons to do it, but I will admit also that I do love doing it. I do love holding myself accountable. I do like making these videos. It is fun. I enjoy, editing them, cutting them, coming up with ideas, writing the scripts. So yeah, I mean, it's 50-50, like a little bit, I don't want to say disingenuous, but a little bit of a purely financial, what can I do on this platform angle.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I know what I don't want to do with the kind of YouTube trajectory, which is like the gear angle. That doesn't really interest me. I mean, I've already gotten to a point where even in my small beginnings where I'm being sent stuff and it's like, I don't really give a shit about that. I mean,
Use a really good color.
What?
Ooh, there you go.
Don't get me wrong, like I like gear in the terms of like, if I'm gonna upgrade something, I wanna do my homework, do my due diligence, but for example, the Sony A7RV was just released. I'm a Sony shooter. I have an FX3 and an A7RV. The A7RV was just released, and some of like the comments in like, Facebook posts and like the Sony Alpha page and the comments on these YouTube videos when the embargo was lifted and everybody did their breakdown and their reviews and all this. It's just so crazy to me. Like it's 2025, about to be 2026, and it's like your work, your creative trajectory still hinges on one spec of a camera. Like,
What are you, fucking nuts?
gear matters. It does matter, but it doesn't. I mean, but it does, but it also doesn't. So anyways, I think I have an idea where this is gonna go, and yeah, I mean, I'll still probably play the game like I did it with the buzzwords, the keywords, the SEO stuff. I did it with the video titles, I mean, I even did a couple of the filmmaking and low budget. I didn't do cinematic filmmaking though. I think that's a whole nother rant about every video being cinematic filmmaking. It's like, no, it's not. I feel like if something's really cinematic and it's a good film, you don't need to put cinematic film in the title. You just let it speak for itself. But who the hell am I? I'm probably just being a curmudgeon, a cynical bastard, and just hating.
You dick!
If you went to a film festival and watched what's, people are labeling as cinematic filmmaking, if you went to a film festival and watched that, you'd ask for your money back. You'd walk out of the theater. It's just like, it's not a film and it's not cinematic, and I don't know. I don't want to, sell my soul too much.
I simply ask for what is mine.
And just put those buzzwords in front of my videos just to get extra clicks and likes and subscriptions. I mean, I'm not willing to go that far. I'm gonna try to be true to myself at least there and not do that. Because that's the other thing I learned early in this journey is that it's really hard to be original. It's really hard to be true to yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but at least I won't be unoriginal. But I mean, if you have a problem like that, we could just step outside, we could figure it out.
Like documentary is a big area where I want to kind of be in, but I also acknowledge that there's not a ton of money in documentary. But I've seen a couple filmmakers, I call them filmmakers with YouTube channels, that do this really well, where yes, they are doing sponsored videos, but it seems to be, I could be wrong, but it seems to be kind of rather fueling their art or a means to achieve their artistic vision, because we all have to pay the bills, right? So I like that idea. Again, I hopefully can kind of tailor make this to be my own and do it my own way, not just carbon copy, their formula, but...
Were you gonna plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter?
And I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. My kind of fear is with niche, with not having one, or with finally, biting the bullet and having one, is that if I niche down into a certain thing, into a certain style, the videos I wanna make in the world I wanna be in, here on YouTube, professionally, creatively, that's kind of a different thing, because I look at those as slightly separate. But if I niche down, my fear is that, for example, if I were to say, well, I'm just gonna do stuff on wildlife conservation, outdoors travel, which even that's not totally, that's kind of broad in and of itself. But if I do that and then all of a sudden I wanna release a music documentary or some sort of sports or action documentary or behind the scenes, like then all those people that came for the wildlife conservation stuff are like, well, I don't care about this. But again, I have to admit, like, that's me just playing the game. It's like, do you want to be true to yourself and do you want to be original and do what you love, or just play the game and get the clicks, the likes? But I don't know, I acknowledge this, it's tricky because it's a double-edged sword, because you want to I want to make this work. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want my work or my voice to be heard or my work to be seen. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man. I struggle with it, admittedly.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
So yeah, niching down, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna do it in some ways, but I still think there's things I want to do that maybe do fall into the broader filmmaking sense, and even, dare I say, the cookie cutter buzzword. Like my next video was gonna be 3 easy ways to practice cinematography by yourself, because at least I can speak to that. Most shoots I do, most times I go out shooting, whether it's by myself at the state park or me and someone else. If I'm shooting someone else, I technically am practicing cinematography by myself. So,
Christy.
like, yes, I'll do kind of DIY, low budget filmmaking videos like that too, but yeah, I don't know where it all lands or how I'm gonna kind of navigate that. The other thing I've really been struggling with, and again, I've talked about this in other videos, is my creative vision is way above my ability to execute on that creative vision.
I wouldn't want somebody tracing my steps, pointing out all the mistakes I was making.
And the most logical solution for that is to, well, bring people on, outsource your work. But the reality is, as a single member LLC production company, like most of my budgets and things I'm doing, even if it's passion projects, like I don't have the financial means to just bring people on. Like it's expensive to pay someone, especially someone really good. So you kind of are left with like, you have to do it all and wear all these hats, whether it's a client job, like a nonprofit mini doc branded content, or if it's, my own passion project. The irony is, and I did a whole nother video on this music documentary I've been working on for years about my brother. I point to the flyers and my drums from the band, from our touring, our traveling. I've been working on that for years, and that's one of the few things I can look at and say, like, this is really good. I'm really proud of this.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Right now I have like 44 minutes of the rough cut done. Maybe there's a lesson there. It's like, yeah, if you spend years doing something, it'll be really good. But obviously, we don't all have that time, and it is a passion project. And the rub is I need to take on client work to pay the bills to be able to work on that. So it's this another double-edged sword, another catch-22. But yeah, I don't know. I have to keep working at it. I'm sure there's like a term for this, like it's not imposter syndrome, but I'm sure there's like a psychological, mental kind of terminology for like what it means to like never trust in and always doubt the quality of your own work. I mean, maybe that's just something I'll have to grapple with, forever. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, checking in after this year of doing videos. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know what exactly this picture will look like going forward. I know I'm gonna keep kind of doing what I've been doing, but I also acknowledge that my shit's all over the place. Like my YouTube videos, like it's wildlife one day and it's travel the next day and it's low budget filmmaking the next day. I get it. I get that that's probably hurting me, but I'm trying to also be, again, like I mentioned, true to myself, to be original, to make things about the things I'm passionate about. And quite honestly too, I'm just like super ADHD. Like I love drums and music. I love skateboarding. I love wildlife. I love photography. I love filmmaking. I love travel. And it's like,
Brick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them?
I love lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp.
I'll be damned if I'm not gonna make videos, make films, make behind the scenes breakdowns of all of those things. And maybe that's kind of what I'm left with, where forget niching down, forget finding this specific unified voice on my YouTube, just make stuff that you like making. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's where I'm gonna take this thing. I'm not sure. On just the creative whole for like myself as a filmmaker, photographer, creator, whatever you wanna call it, creative, yeah, I do need to find my voice. It's something, I'll probably always struggle with it. I mean, the next thing I know I need to do, it's been on my to-do list forever, is like go and redo my entire demo reel. I wanna take down every video off my website and just make like a really good 2-minute demo reel. But there again, I doubt myself there. I wanna go through my photography portfolio, but every time I look at it, I'm like, get rid of this photo, and then I go back and I look, and I'm like, no, it's actually pretty good. I don't know what it is that I need to do, not necessarily to land clients, but to get into a position where I can be really proud of my work and what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm already ranting. This is the second time I've recorded this video, but yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Peace.